Hey everybody, it's Mr. Movies87 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. Since last time, I went ahead and backtracked some off camera there, just to, save a little bit of time, to the intersection here from earlier. So now we can head on through more of the Lunar Subterrane, and actually maybe finish the game today. Depending on how fast I get through things here, I will try, but if not, then I can do one more episode for a finale, but we'll see how that goes. Because let's see, we still have 3 more boss fights left for the lunar bosses here, because we did the Wyvern, quote-unquote, and also the Pale Dim last time there. And let me think, the Wyvern was the Plot Sahajin there, and Pale Dim was, I actually don't remember who. It's been a little while since the last episode there, and I just got adamant armor from that. Because of course I did. Why did I? No. I did not click out of the window. My hands were on the keyboard and not the mouse or trackpad there, but whatever. Okay, so adamant armor number, I think that's 4 we're up to? Rosa, Edge, and Kane should all have one. Now, do I give it to Cecil or do I give it to Palom? I think I'll give it to Cecil, just because. I mean, it's Cecil. He has to have it. Come on now. But anyway, if I did one more before the end of the game, that would actually be kind of crazy there. Which it also, it could happen. It very well could from a trapped chest in here somewhere. I think there's still a handful left, actually, that I haven't gotten to quite yet. But we'll worry about that later. If you didn't fight 2 of these guys at once? I did not mean to do that. Crap. I don't think I've ever had a battle where I fought in 2 of these guys at once. Or if I have before, it's been very, very seldom that happens. Wow, okay. Sort of first time for everything. Even in a game that I've been playing for 20 years almost? Well, not quite 20 years. 15 years or so? Crazy, isn't it, how that works out sometimes? But anyway, moving along. Let's see here. Oh, more monsters. Real monsters. That show was interesting back then. That was, what, mid-90s that was around, I'm pretty sure? Early to mid-90s? Yeah, I mean, I watched the show, and I'm sure back then I liked it. But yeah, I think now it's like, ugh, show's freaky, to say the least there. Speaking of which, Ren and Stimpy comes to mind with freaky shows and such. I don't know how I could stomach that show as a kid, but I really liked it. I watched it all the time. But nowadays, thinking back on that, I was like, whoa. The show was a little bit messed up. Hell, someone for another adamant armor, that would have been something. But anyway, Holy Lance for Kane, finally a better upgrade over the Gungnir Spear. Not by a whole lot, but better than nothing. And unfortunately, Kane did lose some defense there, but it's not a huge deal. Not too worried about that. But also, that's one reason why I was saying earlier with Kane, how he's not that physically powerful. That's his ultimate weapon, and the attack power is only 153. At level 99, it might top 160, which is, that's not that good, to be honest. In comparison to like Cecil and Kane, who they're still well over 200. I mean, Cecil will max out at 255 easily, and even Edge is like what, 220 something? Okay, 206, but I mean that's a lot better than Kane. But oh well. I mean, Kane still works well enough. He has jump, which can do a lot of damage there, and also has a lot of HP, so he's not bad. I mean, I like him all the same, of course. Also, he just looks badass, so you can't go wrong with that either. Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick save here, and then we have some more boss fights coming up. Actually, 2 back-to-back. One right over here, and one next door. This one would normally be the Plague, who we all know is just so much fun. But, who will we have here today? We have the Wyvern, okay. Okay, now here's the thing. In my seed before, did I, because I actually forget, did I disable Okay, well, I think by now I would have. I'm pretty sure I disabled his opening Mega Nuke, because, yeah, that will wreck you. But, of course, I had no idea I would fight him here, because I actually probably would have survived the Meta Nuke to start. And that just fizzled out. That's actually really weird to see that happen. It's also pretty rare, as I recall. But anyway, so ordinarily, yeah, he'll open with Meta Nuke, which will just do a lot of damage to your entire party, and depending on when you fight the Wyvern, will kill you outright. Actually, many times if you fight him early enough, yeah, he will wreck you. And also, just fizzles out. I really don't know why, but also the Wyvern's dead. Also, that was actually easier this time around, because he had the Plague's HP, and that thing only has, like, 20,000-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. Not a whole lot. So, once again, I lucked out, and also score a ribbon. Nice! Now, I don't particularly need that, though, I don't think. I mean, it's super nice, obviously. Do I have 5 ribbons on my entire party? Are you serious? Oh my god, I do. So I literally do not need the ribbon at all. Wow. It's one thing to have so many adamant armors, but to have 5 ribbons is kind of crazy as well. Although actually, well, crazier to have more adamant armor, I think. Let me go ahead and heal up here again real quick. Not that I really need to, because the Wyvern didn't do anything, actually. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, so let's do one more save file here. Okay, and then we'll press onward. Got one more boss fight over here. This would normally be the Lunosaurs. This would also be a random battle that no one wants right now. Go away. Thank you. Okay. Not many bosses left to pull from here, so let's see what we got. We have the Dark Elf. Hi. Haven't seen you at all. You will be quite powerful. As will I, though, because you're weak to Holy. So Cecil will destroy you, as will Cain. This fight's already pretty much over. Yeah, the Dark Elf there is weak to, Holy. So, no matter when you fight him, yeah, Holy Arrows, if you have them. Although, later in the game, yeah, if you have Holy Weapons, you know, the Excalibur, Light Sword, Holy Land, stuff like that, yeah, you will just destroy this guy, no problem. Earlier in the game, if you fight them, they are pretty resistant. Oh, they being the Dark Elf and Dark Dragon, I believe are both pretty resistant to magic, although Newt did pretty well there. But elemental stuff won't do quite so much there. So really, physical attacks will get the job done. Also gotta watch out for the Dark Breath attack from the Dark Dragon. I think that'll do. I forget if it's proportional to your HP or actual like real damage there, or whatever. But regardless, Tier 2, Tier 3. I know Mimey said to try to use Bolt on that guy, actually. Oh, I know what he said to do, actually. I just remembered. To have cast Lit 3 on him or whatever to actually kill him so he doesn't have a chance to counterattack there. Sorry, not going to make that happen, unfortunately. But anyway, so here we have the last few floors of the game. And towards our crystalline area. This would be, I was saying last episode there, I believe, the second case of the game having that here. I believe the Crystal Tower in Final Fantasy III had that. But anyway, new enemy here, the Evil Mask. This guy will cast Wall on himself first thing, and then work to cast Wall on your party, and then also, following that, he'll cast spells on himself to reflect off of him and back to you for some annoying damage there. Not sure why that only hit 3 people and not my entire party, but I digress. Now this guy can also very, very rarely drop the glass helmets there, which we've all been over how good that thing is, at least on physical defense. Will I get one? Probably not, to be honest, but it'd be cool though to get, just to have. Alrighty, and one more boss over here. This would normally be where Otopogo is from before. Behemoth, I don't need to fight you anymore. I should probably actually just use Smoke, that would be a better idea. I think you probably could run away normally from these guys. Although it does also play the boss theme for the fights here, so you might not be able to. but Smoke works, so just use that. And actually use it once more. Thankfully, Edge goes first pretty much all the time, so that makes for a quick getaway. So at this point now, there's actually only 2 more enemies in the entire game I have not fought yet, and we'll be seeing them on the later floors here. So yeah, I'll show them off real quick once I get there. And this chest, well, chest I say, item would normally be the Masamune, or Masamune, depending on your pronunciation for Edge. And we have Pale Dim. Okay, different spot here. Now, Pale Dim will counter your physical attacks with slow. And I believe he will counter magic and summons with something else. I forget what, actually. But really, you can use fast to counteract his slow spells if you really want to. Well, let me actually use Nuke on him to see what will happen. I'll keep Rose on standby. I might need to heal. He might use Maelstrom. I forget if he even has that, actually. Okay, much damage was nice there. Okay, or it doesn't... Well, just physical attacks. Okay, that's fine with me. Easy enough. Now, I think he can also use Stop on you at some point. I don't know if that's like a counterattack or what exactly, or do that on his own. But either way, he's not that hard, really. Because, yeah, I'm not too worried about slow, to be honest, because... just because, to be honest, really. Tier 3, why not? I don't really need it, because he's dead. So there we go, takes care of that. All the EXP again. That was almost a party-wide level, I can dig that. And we get the Poison Claw. If I had Yang, I would maybe use that on him, but I don't, he's elsewhere. I have to wonder, actually, what the other characters are up to while we're doing our own thing here. Like, are they in some, like, temporal void or whatever that they all just hang out in, or what? Because I know in the GBA and PSP versions, when you have all the characters back, they're all just in the tower, or the Hall of Prayers with the Mysidian Elder. But here, they're somewhere. They're in the void. I don't want to fight these guys, because they're just annoying to deal with. But, I mean, it'll be a lot of experience points, and you know me and how I like the EXP. It's delicious. So, yeah, I'll fight them. Why not? I actually want to see something here real quick, because I don't know for sure if the Red Dragon is weak to Holy or anything. Well, I don't know if he'd be weak to it, but vulnerable, or if he'll resist it, or what. We'll see. If Rosa can go, there we go. I don't think he'll absorb it. I'm pretty sure he won't. Okay, that'll work. That'll work indeed. Good to know for the future. Okay, come on, adamant armor. Adamant armor. Adamant armor. Please, please. No, that's not what I wanted. Gross. That would have been cool, actually, to get my 5th one there from a chest. Oh well. Also, the encounter rate here is just dumb and stupid, and I also don't like it. It's also stupid. Did I say that? Because it is. I know well. Smoke, however, is not stupid. It's guaranteed to work, so you can't beat that. Well, you know, in boss fights, of course, it does not work, but these aren't boss fights. They play the music, though, so they're like half boss fights or something. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, we'll be seeing Smoke a lot in the area here, which is fine because we're actually almost done anyhow. So we really won't be seeing it that much. And a Darkness Sword. At this point in the game, I don't know why that's even there. Well, it's random, I suppose. Speaking of random, just in general here, if I do decide to do another randomizer LP, which, I mean, that's still up in the air if I'm going to call it quits or not there as far as Let's Playing goes. But yeah, if I were to do another rando, I would change some stuff around, I think, to try to make it a different style of playthrough. Don't know how exactly I would go about that. I mean, there's a lot more I could do, though. I would just need to, like, look at the settings and be like, okay, what did I do differently from before? And so on and so forth there. But also, oh, Protect Ring, cool. But yeah, if I do another LP or whatever soon. Also, cool combo here. Not that I really care, but it's there. Something actually I wouldn't mind doing would be a Link to the Past randomizer. Those are very popular nowadays. And I know the game decently enough. I mean, I've already LP'd the game once before. That was the OG game, of course. We all know how that went. That was on hiatus for quite a while. Oh yeah, this guy's weak to physical attacks, and by weak I mean not weak. I don't know why I said that. I'm stupid. So anyway, let's go ahead and go with magic here. That should hopefully work here. But anyway, this is Zeromus's mind. The other new enemy we'll be seeing here is Zeromus's breath. So yeah, we'll see that in due time. Pretty much, the breath will just scan your party over and over again and relay the info to Zeromus. What that actually does, if anything, I really don't know. But I also think after enough time passes into battle, he will do stuff. That being the breath, mind you. I don't really know, because I usually kill them quickly enough so that they don't do anything. And as far as the mind goes, he countered with armor, which would boost the physical defense. That's about it. If they do more, let me know, because I really don't know what else they can do. Because normally I just run from these. Run from these guys whenever I see them. So, let me see if I can find the breath here real quick. They're only in this last room, I believe, so it shouldn't take me long to find them. Hopefully this battle here? Of course not. Okay, well, I'll fight one more battle. If it's the breath, then cool. If not, I'm not going to waste my time, because we're at the end. So I'll just end I'll pretty much just end the LP now, at this point. Well, after we kill Zeromus, obviously. Okay, here we go. The breath. So pretty much here, I believe this guy actually is strong to magic. So Rosa and Palom won't be really doing much here. Well, actually, all physical attacks will be what they do, so that's fine with me. And beyond that, now yeah, so yeah, if this guy has any other attacks, let me know as well, because again, I don't know what they can do. Besides just scan your party over and over again. They have a lot of HP. I think the mind had like 20,000 or so. Breath, well, I believe more than that, because he's not dead, or he is now. Killed by a stick, really? That's sad. Anyway, that's the mind and breath of Zeromus. They're pretty easy to deal with, in all honesty. And more levels. Do I need them now at this point? I mean, we're plenty high-leveled enough. I mean, what, we're all in the 90s? Okay, almost in the 90s. Well, almost all of us, I should say. Okay. Now, I don't think I really need to heal... but you know what, I will anyway, because I forget if the rando gives you a full heal here or not. MP, okay, other two, give that to Palom, I think. He'll need the MP more, I think. Although, actually, maybe Rosa would have been a better bet. Well, I have a Litzer, so whatever. Okay, I think we're mostly good. And here we have Zeromus. Just, he's literally a cloud of hatred, pretty much. The absolute dark substance. So, like, he's dark matter, essentially. And also, you're able to steal the dark matter, I think. I think in this version of the game as well. I know in PS1 and later versions, it's apparently supposed to slow down the sap effect of his big attack. We'll be seeing here momentarily. But yeah, that's really about it on that. But yeah, I think otherwise, actually, the dark matter doesn't do anything. I think it'll pretty much just take a spot in your inventory if you do steal it, and you can't get rid of it, as I recall. But anyway, so now we have Zeromus, or Zeromus, whatever your pronunciation preference is. And he'll open the fight with Big Bang, which will do... well, normally would do a lot of damage. It still might, actually. It's pretty damn powerful. But we'll see her momentarily. Also, I'll be quiet here because epic final bossing coming up. to this day, still one of my favorite final boss themes in any video game. It's still just one of the best, and will be for really all time. But anyway, so here's how a Big Bang will work. You'll see him shake beforehand. That's when you know it's coming. So you'll pretty much want to just have a healer on standby to heal that. Otherwise, you can also have Kane jump to avoid it. But really, at this point in the game, you should have the top tier armor for every character, and also be high enough leveled. So I mean, it'll top out at around 2,000 damage or so, maybe even 2,500 depending on characters that have low magic defense. But regardless, counter with Cure 4 and you're fine. Also, if you have 2 white mages there, you're even better shape. Have them both use Cure 4 and boom, you can bring that right back to no problem. But anyway, so here's how the fight will go in the grand scheme of things. Physical attackers, you know what they do. They swing swords and spears and axes and hammers and, you know, stuff like that, right? That's what they do. That's their thing. It works. It's effective. Mages, they do their thing with the spells and the hand flapping or whatever Palam's doing there. And then the little jump for joy. They do damage. That's how spells work. They're pretty cool. Now, Rydia also can summon Bahamut, which will pretty much be match damage as well. He'll counter with Nuke if you cast spells on him. There's also actually ways you can kind of like manipulate what he'll do, sort of, or when he'll counter and such there. Again, I'm not really that knowledgeable on that by and large. The guide has more info on that for sure. It's actually very, very in-depth on what all you're able to do, like with the agility manipulation, and also kind of being able to loop Zeromus in a way. But regardless here, yeah, my party with the adamant armor on nearly everyone, yeah, I should be in good shape here. Now, Black Hole is pretty much a party-wide dispel, so if you have, like, Fast or Berserk on anybody, that'll, of course, be nullified, so you'll have to recast that. But I don't bother with them anyway. I mean, I guess I should at times, though, because they are good spells. Berserk especially is good, because that gives you a huge damage boost overall. That might hurt its head. Or not. Okay, adamant armor. That's a thing. I forgot. Now, Zeromus, of course, has a lot of HP. I want to say... Now, don't quote me on this, but I want to say something like 120,000 HP. Now, that might be in like the PS1 version or maybe later versions as well. But for the OG version here, he's dead already. Okay, that works well enough. Nice. And that is Zeromus. Not sure what he actually is there. Like, his actual form is like just some weird alien from the moon or whatever, which is also where we currently are. And I don't actually know if they explain his like actual origin. They might go into that more in the after years, which would kind of be weird, that being a sequel to this game, because he's not really even mentioned in the after years, is he? I don't recall, to be honest. I need to play the after years sometime. I have it on my Vita with the complete collection of Final Fantasy IV. I did a few tales in. I'm like, just it's the same stuff over again almost, and I kind of don't feel like playing through all that. But I know like the later tales get super good, like with what's Cecil's son's name? It starts with a C. I cannot think of his name. What is his son's name? And that's gonna bug me now if I don't remember it before the end of the episode. Or you know what? Either that or I will remember it. It's like right as I stop recording. It's like, oh, Theodore. That's what it is. Thank you. But yeah, I know like he gets super good later on. Holy Dragoon Kane is like the best character in the game. You get to use Golbez actually, which is super cool as well. So yeah, there's a lot of party options there or character class, well, not classes, but character options there, I should say. Yeah, for the later chapters. So yeah, I should play through that sometime, for real. But anyway, there we have Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, and the credits actually will be a little different here, as we'll be seeing momentarily. it'll actually give us some really cool game info here as to what the like all the chests were. Well, not what all they were. I mean, sorry. There's the seed info, and also how many chests I found throughout the game, how many characters I met up with, and such. In-game time there. Yeah, this game, especially now with the being able to run just in general, is wonderful for doing things more quickly. And yeah, got all the key items, every character. Did I do every boss? Okay, almost all the treasures. I don't think those 21 were ones I had just tossed, actually, and just didn't keep. And then all 34 bosses. So, actually an almost complete run of the entire game. Not hard to do, though, really. This game is pretty damn simple. But yeah, I gotta think those last items there were just ones that I did not keep. I just tossed away. And that was that. And also a cool thing how they do here at the end is they show you where each key item was. So if by chance you skip something, you're like, oh, I didn't do that. That was there. But I mean, whenever I do these, I mean, you don't have to get every key item. Just the main ones to progress. And then get the crystal for Zeromus and the pass if you're able to find that in a shop. And then just go right to Zeromus. And then boom, you're able to beat the game in like an hour, hour and a half if you're lucky with finding stuff there. But no, I still prefer to do everything there for all the boss fights because, well, it's fun to see what you'll fight where. And also, my favorite thing about this is the party combos you're able to have. Like, you can have Dark Knight Cecil with Fusoya, with Edge, Yang, and Torum, or something like that. So yeah, the party combos are just super, super cool. Also, Food Network here is doing a throwback Thanksgiving, which I am all about, because A, I love Food Network, and B, I love throwback. So they're actually showing a lot of their old retro shows, and by retro I mean early 2000s, and by God, that's retro, how the hell did that happen? But no, I'm actually super excited for that, because I actually started watching Food Network back in the day, like early 2000s, well, early mid-2000s there. And it was so good back in the day, because they actually taught you how to cook. Which, I mean, by God, Food Network, they actually taught you to cook. Crazy, right? No, but nowadays, it's all about baking championship this, holiday baking championship crap, Halloween baking crap, Christmas baking crap. It's all baking shows. They're so stupid. It's so overdone. And also Chopped, by the way. Chopped sucks nowadays. It has for a while. Yeah, Chopped's been on for... It's actually been around for, like, quite a few years now. A good handful, at the very least. And it actually was cool when it came out. The concept was very, very cool. I will admit that. And I loved it back then. But now it's just like, oh, redemption again. Oh, viewers send in bastard ingredients. Oh, bacon again. Or, like, oh, celebrity edition. It's the same crap over and over and over again. And people still gobble it up somehow. I don't get it. It's the same crap all the time, honestly. It's the same drama. Then it's Food Network drama, which is like the worst kind of drama, to be honest. I mean, that's just my ranting. I'm not a fan of the competition shows anymore. But so yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to that throwback Thanksgiving. It's such though I worked Thanksgiving Day, so I'll end up missing some of that there. I actually forget what the time it was going to air. So, I mean, yeah, I'll have to see some of it there. But even still, I like the idea of that, because that's when Food Network was super cool, with their older shows there. Like, I mean, back then you had Alton Brown, Bobby Flay, Giada De Laurentiis, Rachel Ray, Guy Fieri in his early days there. It was top tier back in the day. And that's what got me hooked on Food Network. I just loved watching just the original shows back then. Just a half-hour cooking show. I loved them. Every single one back then. And yeah, nowadays, Food Network, I mean, you still have Bobby Flay. You still have Giada. Alton Brown is doing his own thing with Good Eats Reloaded, which I think is only on Cooking Channel, which I hate that I don't have because I would love that channel. But yeah, it's just not the same, and I mean, it wasn't supposed to be, obviously. Things change over time, that's just how things work, so, I mean, I can't be an old fogey forever. and be like, oh, I miss the old ways, and blah, blah, blah. That's not how things go. Things change. That's just how it goes. I don't like it, overall, but I mean, meh. I still have Redrummond, and she's queen, so that's all that counts, really. But no, I do love her show, The Pioneer Woman. I watch that pretty much whenever it's on, I am watching. And of course, Guy Fieri, I still watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. That's one of my favorite shows of all time, because, I mean, there's just so many episodes, and, I mean, he has the best job ever. Like, let's be real. He drives around the country in a super cool, like, 1960s convertible, or Camaro, or whatever, I forget what his car actually is, and he just, whoops, sorry, and yeah, he just goes around and just eats delicious food. Oh, what the hell? Okay, that happened twice. I did not click either time. My hands were nowhere near my trackpad there. But anyway, yeah, he just goes around and eats delicious food. That's his job. How do you top that? I think you really can't. I would kill for a job like that, to be honest, but you know what? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Oh yeah, so, ending credits here. People who, you know, made the game and the randomizer. Which, by the way, these guys here, I don't know if anybody's watching this that made the game or whatever, or made the randomizer there. You guys did a tremendous job on this from top to bottom. These are so much fun to play. I'm so glad I came about them a few months ago there. I have like 25 files, I'm pretty sure. And I've beaten 5 of them. If that, actually. But no, they're just so much fun to play. Like, the early game I love so much because it's that early, okay, I can get these characters here, I can get a full party right away, see who I have for a while, who I want to drop, and just the item hunting as well. It's so much fun. You guys did a tremendous job, and I thank you for your efforts in making them, making the randomizers just that much fun for people to play. And for me to LP, because this was a lot of fun to do, honestly. Never mind the crap with my lost save files there. This was genuinely fun to do from beginning to end, and I'm glad I was able to share that with you guys. I'd like to do more. I think I will. I mean, I could go on for God knows how long about Let's Playing as a whole, and whether I want to keep doing that or not. This isn't the time or the place for that. I can do another video about that some other time with an actual decision there. But also, speaking of which there, I'll need some other LP to fill time, actually, because this is the finale. This is going up Saturday. So, I actually don't know what I'll do. I may actually take a little break, and go from there. But actually, I'm kind of leaning towards doing a Link to the Past randomizer for my next project there. Don't know. I don't want to really confirm that 100% yet. But no. I think I will. But we'll see how that goes. But we'll deal with that later on. And with that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this LP from start to finish. I really am happy I was able to do this one for you guys. This has been on my radar to do for since I really started doing my first randomizer back, what was it, May of this year they came out, actually? Or they were first really made public there. And yeah, I had so much fun with this, having the hilarious reactions to certain characters, the ever so fun character dilemma of who to drop for who and such. There were some great moments here, and I'm hoping there'll be more in the future. And with that, this has been Mr. Moves87 signing off. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.